Hello and welcome to Easy Gluten Free. Today I'll be making Bubble and Squeak. Now if you haven't heard of this English classic, it's a breakfast dish that's a great use for leftovers. And these leftovers usually include some mashed potatoes and cabbage. I stirred in some leftover peas, but you can add carrots or other veggies depending on what's around in your refrigerator. For my version, I'm using 2 cups of leftover cold mashed potatoes with about 1 cup of cooked peas stirred in, 2 cups of chopped cabbage, 4 ounces of diced summer sausage, and 2 tablespoons of butter. Now add the diced sausage to a large pan over a medium-high heat. Add the butter and saute for about 2 or 3 minutes, or until the sausage is sizzling. And incidentally, it's that sizzling sound that led to the Bubble and Squeak name in the first place. And if you're following a gluten-free diet, make sure that whatever sausage you're using doesn't contain gluten as a filler. You could also use bacon or ham in this step, or leftover pieces of roast beef, or whatever else you have on hand, or no meat at all. Add the cabbage and saute until it's wilted and takes on a bit of color. It shouldn't take more than about 5 or 10 minutes. Now stir the cabbage and sausage mixture into the cold potatoes and peas. And once you have a well-mashed, homogeneous mix of ingredients, you're ready to make these little Bubble and Squeaks. Now in a large skillet over a medium-high heat, add a little more butter, then add large dollops of the mixture, and press them down slightly to form patties. Now I didn't want to overcrowd the pan, so I only did 4 at a time. And the ingredients I used today made enough for 8 patties. The more traditional way to make Bubble and Squeak, or at least as I understand it, is to make a single larger cake. But since I'm using a large cast iron pan, which is really heavy, therefore really difficult to do any sort of flipping, I thought I'd stick with these baby Bubble and Squeaks, which are definitely more manageable. Now let them fry until they're golden on one side, then give them a flip. Now sometimes, even with these smaller patties, they still fall apart during the flipping process like this one did. Don't panic, just kind of smash it back together and it'll all work out in the end. I snipped over some fresh scallions to complement the cabbage, topped the whole thing off with a fried egg, and you've got an incredible meal that doesn't seem like leftovers at all. Between the crispy edges and the creamy, velvety texture inside each patty, and all that flavor from the sausage, I'd say this has to be one of the best uses of leftover mashed potatoes I've seen. But this is an English classic, and I'm not English. So if you've got an even better version, or just some general Bubble and Squeak tips you think I've missed, tell me what you know in the comments below. Or better yet, do a video response. Then all of YouTube can learn even more about how to tweak their Bubble and Squeak. And if you'd like to print this recipe, just visit my blog in the link below. And for new recipes every Tuesday and Friday, don't forget to subscribe. See you again soon.